There's a chill in the air, the lights are on, and the stage is set for this tremendous game we have tonight. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Blue Raiders offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion, putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
They kick it away on fourth down. Trying to take it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Rush is on. Gets the first himself. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Left side is Tompkins.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws into the middle of the field. Got it down the field. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. A 1st and 10 for this offense. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Caught. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Here comes the heat. Makes a catch. snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he's going to try to return this one. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Snags it quickly on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Oh, pressure's coming. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a 4th down situation in their own end of the field. And what are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this offense, but this is a very dangerous place early in the game to gamble. I can't wait to see what his decision is.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Otis. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down to the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all three phases.
And here comes the punt team. Catches it at the 15. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Snap in the shotgun. Back open in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Drops back on first down. Fires to the big fella. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Warren. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes a grab and room to run. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And after one period of play, let's take a look at the start for these 2 wide receivers. Fielded in the end zone, it's Fields. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Fires to the big fella, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. 2nd and long here. Running inside, it's Pryor. He's past the sticks and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Torgerson. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and, man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Hits inside. It's Pryor. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Otis. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass, Bill. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll start the return inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Escapes the pressure to his right. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Churns into the pile. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 1st down here for the offense. They're going to ride this running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw for it. Rush right in his face. Got his man. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. From the gun, looking for a man. They're all over him. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the return, it's Fields. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Weeks. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Hey, guys, I can tell you that the home team coach told me at the half he is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expected to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. And he gets rid of it.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Makes the quick grab. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. After the filthy move, he's got room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Sells the run, looking to pass. Just just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Handoff again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
It's caught. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Quick give. It's Rourke. He's got enough. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And now they'll try it again after the inexplicable delay of game penalty. 2nd and goal again. Straight ahead, it's Rourke. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Look out. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
The run inside. It's Pryor. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun. Throwing right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's in for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. After the whistle, there is a man who has yet to leave the field, and they'll check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that.
Number 91, set to kick off.
Deep in the end zone, it's Fields. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for room. And there he goes. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the red zone, it's Rourke. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rourke. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Someone say run on the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And they did tack on the extra point. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many.